Hi, my name is Jose Luis, and I run this thing called Parametric Camp, which is a YouTube channel where we do a lot of tutorials, exercise, and live streams around the topics of computational design. I have started, this is my new series. It's called Learning C# Introduction to Computer Programming for Designers. In this series, I want to teach you how to code, and I want to teach you how to code, assuming you know absolutely nothing of how to do that. We're going to learn absolutely from scratch with no assumptions, okay? And we're going to be using the C# programming language because I think it has several advantages. It is strongly typed. It forces us to think a little bit about what is the type of data that we're working with and how to combine them, but also specifically because this language is very popular within many of the computational design frameworks that I like and that I think are very powerful contemporarily these days, okay? So that's why the playlist is called Computer Programming for Designers, because I will want to use this knowledge for other videos in the future that will be more specifically about topics around three-dimensional form, computer graphics, etc. However, this playlist in particular is for anyone who may want to learn how to code absolutely from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to teach you, I've already done it, I've already recorded this, and I'm going to teach you a lot about, for example, what is C# as a programming language in general, what program we're going to use to write C# code, in this case Visual Studio. I'm going to teach you the basics of code syntax, how do you write code, the parentheses, semicolons, etc. We're going to talk about variables as a way of storing, exchanging, and reading and writing data. We're going to talk about how to do simple algebra, simple arithmetic with numbers and with variables. And in between all these tiny lessons, I'm going to be inserting small exercises that will be helpful to illustrate the concept that we will be learning through this playlist. Because if it was just learning and listening to me, it would be super boring. So I want you to get dirty and to get hands-on and to practice the things that we will be learning. So for example, here we're going to write a small console application that greets you. Here we're going to write a tiny calculator that takes two numbers that you type them in, and then it performs some calculations with them. We're going to learn expressions and Boolean logics, how to operate with things that are true or false. We're going to learn how to control the flow of our program so that instead of just reading line by line, it starts reading certain lines depending on certain conditions, or it starts looping and executing the same lines over and over again for whatever reason, all right? We're also going to learn lists and arrays as ways of storing large collections of data. We're going to do a little bit of ASCII art. We're actually going to do quite some ASCII art because it's a really favorite topic of myself. We're going to learn functions and a lot of topics related about how functions work. More ASCII art, as you see here. And then we're going to wrap up the list with object-oriented programming, which is one of the most common paradigms in modern programming languages, and it's probably one of the most useful, and the one you will basically find it not just in C# but any modern programming language that you're going to find out there. This might be perhaps the more advanced topic in this playlist, but it's definitely going to be the one that I consider the fundamentals so that I can release you out into the wild, and then you can start writing your own programs and or reading other people's code. Okay, so I'm very excited about this. We already finished. This is the last video that I'm recording for this playlist, and so I recommend you that you check the playlist and then you start one video at a time. And if you have any questions, or if you want to talk, if you have anything you want to share your work, we also have a Discord channel where we have offline conversations. So you're welcome to also join us there. Okay, and less talking and more doing. Let's get ready and let's start learning how to write computer programs with the C# programming language. Okay, thanks a lot. And if you like that, please consider subscribing, liking, notifications, and all those things. Okay, let's get hands-on.